In this short video, I'm going to take you through the process of redeeming your purchase of Beam, either device or software, and register it on MKIO. The steps will be these. Firstly, we'll sign into MKIO, creating a user account and organization as necessary. Then we will redeem your purchase and associate it with that organization. And then we will create a project to store, to contain, if you like, all of your devices. And then finally, we'll add a device. The link that you've received will look something like that, and you can go ahead and open that in your favorite browser. When you do, you'll be presented with the login screen. At this point, if you're already an MKIO user, you can log in either using Microsoft Single Sign-On or your email and password, and you can associate that redemption, that payment method with your existing MKIO organization. If, however, you are a new user, you can click Create Account down here, and then you've got the same two options. You can either create an account using email or you can use single sign-on. I'm going to create one using email for this example because it involves creating an organization as well. So once I've added my email address, it will send me an email with a verification code. And then you click verify, and then it asks you for some information to associate with your account. So here I'm going to put my name in. Select my country, and then specify a password. And I'll enter my phone number. Now, because I've signed in using email and not using single sign-on, I need to add a bit more detail about my organization. This is the highest level of container within MKIO. You can think of it like a tenant on cloud platforms like Azure. So I'm going to put in the name of my organization. I'm going to put in a contact email. And I'm going to put me down as the primary officer, and then I can put in my address. So now we're at the stage of redeeming that purchase that was associated with the link that came in the email. If you are an MKIO user that's associated with multiple MediaKind organizations, then you can select the organization up here that you want to associate that purchase with. But if you have only just signed in, just as I have, then you'll only have one organization. So you can check to confirm that you want to redeem that purchase and that you're authorized to do so, and click Redeem Purchase. Once you get through to this stage, you're going to create your project. Now, although you've probably purchased Beam software for running on-prem, MKIO will allow you to additionally run workloads in the public cloud. And therefore, this stage is asking you to associate the region in the cloud that you want to run those workloads. So the recommendation would be that you choose the workload that's closest, choose the region, sorry, that's closest to you or closest to the audience that you want to reach. So in this case, I'm going to choose UK South. The next process that I need to go through is naming the project. So I'm going to name my project Beam Onboarding. And the name of the payment method, excuse me, the name of the payment method that was associated with that redemption link will come up in this box down here, and it's showing you that it's a direct payment method. So then finally you can click Create. This is the MKIO dashboard. You can see down the left-hand side the menu options associated with the media workflows, including the devices page here at the bottom. If I click on the devices page, at the moment, I don't have any, but I'm just about to go through the process of adding one. So obviously you've installed your software or your device on premises somewhere. and you will have access to the UI for that specific device across that local network. You can do that either directly or via a jump box or VPN. In this case, I'm using a VPN. And when you land on the device page via the IP address, you'll be asked to log in. And then you'll get the controller place, controller UI. Again, this is local to the device. So I'm going to go down here and click on Appliance, and you can see that it's currently connected in that it has the ability to reach out and talk to the MKIO control plane, but it's not currently registered. In order to register it, I will copy this shortcode and I'll go back to the MKIO UI and I will add the device. Here I'll put in the shortcode and I'll call this Beam Demo 1. And I haven't yet defined any sites, but you can go through and define sites. There's separate documentation available to take you through that process, but I'm just going to click Add here. And now that device comes up here, currently says no contact, but if I go into the device UI, again, this is on the local network, I can see that this has now been registered and that device name, which I added in the MKIO UI, appears here, demonstrating that they are linked. And then if I go back to this, the MKIO UI one more time, you can see that I'm now receiving my alarm status, which is that there is a minor alarm on there, but that it is connected, it has contact, and the software versions are also displayed here. So this ends the video. Thanks once again for choosing MediaKind, and thanks for watching.